A few years ago, if you wanted to understand global power, you looked at oil. Who controlled it, who produced it, and who depended on it. But today, something is quietly replacing oil as one of the most strategic assets in the world: EV batteries. And governments are not just noticing, they're investing billions into it. So the real question is, why? Why are countries pouring massive amounts of money into batteries? Not cars, not charging stations, but the batteries themselves. Because this isn't just about electric vehicles. It's about control over the future of energy, technology, and economic power. Let's start with the most obvious reason: the global shift to electric vehicles. The entire auto industry is moving toward EVs. Major automakers are committing to electric lineups, and many governments are setting deadlines to phase out petrol and diesel cars. But here's the key detail most people overlook. The most valuable part of an electric car isn't the design, or even the software. It's the battery. In many cases, the battery can make up 30 to 50% of the total cost of an EV. That means whoever controls battery production controls a huge part of the value chain. And governments understand this. If a country depends entirely on foreign battery suppliers, it puts its entire EV industry at risk. Prices, supply, and production timelines can all be affected by external factors. So instead of relying on others, governments are investing heavily to build their own battery ecosystems. Because this is about independence. Energy independence used to mean oil. Now it's starting to mean batteries. But there's a second reason that's just as important: supply chains. EV batteries require critical minerals like lithium, cobalt, nickel, and graphite. These materials are not evenly distributed around the world. Some countries control large portions of these resources. That creates a strategic imbalance. If supply chains are disrupted, whether by geopolitical tensions, trade restrictions, or resource shortages, it can slow down entire industries. We've already seen how fragile global supply chains can be. And governments don't want to repeat that mistake with something as important as EV batteries. So they're investing not just in manufacturing, but in securing raw materials, building processing facilities, and creating local supply chains from the ground up. It's a full ecosystem approach, from mining to refining to battery production. Now here's where things get even bigger. This isn't just about cars. EV batteries are becoming a key part of the broader energy system. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind are growing rapidly, but they have a major limitation: they're not always consistent. The sun doesn't always shine. The wind doesn't always blow. That creates a storage problem, and batteries are the solution. Large-scale battery storage systems can store excess energy when production is high and release it when demand increases. That helps stabilize the grid. It makes renewable energy more reliable, and it reduces dependence on fossil fuels. So when governments invest in EV batteries, they're not just investing in transportation. They're investing in energy infrastructure. They're building the foundation for a cleaner, more flexible energy system. And that's a long-term play. Now let's talk about economic competition. This is where things start to look like a race. Countries are competing to become leaders in battery technology and production. Because whoever leads in batteries gains a massive advantage in multiple industries: automotive, energy, technology, and even defense. Think about it. Batteries power not just cars, but also data centers, renewable grids, and even military systems. So this isn't a niche market. It's a core technology of the future. That's why governments are offering subsidies, tax incentives, and funding for battery factories, often called gigafactories. These facilities are massive, highly automated, and capable of producing batteries at scale. And once they're built, they create jobs, attract investment, and strengthen local economies. So there's a domestic benefit as well. It's not just about global competition, it's about local growth. Now here's another angle that's often overlooked: technological leadership. Battery technology is still evolving. Companies and countries are racing to develop better chemistries, higher energy densities, faster charging, and longer lifespans. Whoever makes the next breakthrough could gain a huge advantage. And governments want to be part of that innovation, so they're funding research, supporting startups, and partnering with private companies to accelerate development. Because the next generation of batteries won't just improve EVs, It could redefine entire industries. Now let's bring all of this together. Governments are investing billions into EV batteries because they sit at the intersection of multiple critical trends. Transportation is going electric, energy is going renewable, technology is becoming more power-dependent, and global competition is intensifying. Batteries connect all of these trends. They're the bridge between cars and energy, between infrastructure and innovation, between national security and economic growth. And that's why this isn't a short-term investment. It's a long-term strategy. Now, does this mean the transition will be smooth? Not necessarily. There are still challenges, environmental concerns around mining, supply chain complexities, and the need for recycling systems. But despite these challenges, the direction is clear. Governments are not slowing down. If anything, they're accelerating, because they understand something important. The countries that lead in battery technology won't just lead in EVs. They'll shape the future of energy, and that's a position worth billions. So the next time you hear about another massive investment in EV batteries, it's not just about building better cars, it's about building power, in every sense of the word. Because in the future, power won't just come from oil wells, it will come from batteries. And the race to control them is already underway.